The man who biked the entire East Coast for a Watertown theater company has given a gift of purpose. Watertown native and New York City professional theater designer and electrician Chris Stoll recently completed an over 3,000-mile journey up the eastern United States to raise money for the Watertown Theater Company's Stage Notes. His biking campaign, Pedal with a Purpose, derived from the Stage Notes motto, Performance with a Purpose, which is where Chris ultimately got his start in the performing arts industry. One who has been with him on his entire journey is Stage Notes artistic director Tisha Umel.
And so Chris took lessons from me from the time he was in first grade, which was a very long time ago, and then was one of the founding members of Stage Notes when we started Stage Notes in 2009. Chris then went on to get degrees in technical theater and was working professionally in New York as a lighting electrician when everything shut down in March of 2020. And he started cycling to kind of just fill the void and have something to do, and then decided that he was going to bike the East Coast, and in doing that raise money for Stage Notes, which was the theater company that really inspired him to get involved in the arts to begin with.
Stage Notes first began in 2009 with the mission of providing a creative musical outlet for North Country students. Since its inception, it has produced 14 musicals and donated over $50,000 to organizations in the region. As Chris was one of the original members, Umel shared how Pedal with a Purpose inspired her students in the company today.
Some of the kids knew him, but not many. And, like my oldest son is a senior, and so he obviously knows Chris and some of his friends. So they just thought it was really cool because Chris is like this big Stage Notes name. The younger, or the newer students, I guess I should say, I think it showed them, wow, like this is a Stage Notes alum and this is what he's giving back. This organization means a lot to him, obviously. And I think it gave us all a lot of pride for what we do and what we're involved in.
And although Umel said she was overwhelmed when she first heard Chris's concept for the fundraising campaign, she said it spoke to who he is as a person.
Chris is that kind of guy, so it was kind of of course Chris is going to bike the East Coast, and of course he's going to do it. He's not just going to do it for himself, or for some great cause in New York City. He's going to do it for his local community because that's the type of person he is and the type of family that he comes from. So I'm still overwhelmed by it, but then there's another part of me that totally gets it and says, of course, this is Chris Stoll.
After riding for 50 days from the Florida Keys to the tip of Maine, Chris raised thousands of dollars, all which will benefit an organization that continues to stick with him. Chris recently visited Stage Notes during a rehearsal in which he announced the total of his fundraising campaign.
We were having a rehearsal because we were doing a virtual show this summer, so the kids were all together. So Chris came to the rehearsal and actually finally got to meet all the students, which was really nice. And he presented a check for $7,786, which we were blown away by. I mean, blown away that he could make that much, blown away that people would give that much in this time when we don't necessarily all have a lot to give, and showing that the arts really were important. And it was just wonderful to all be together and to see the pride that he had, and we were overwhelmed by the amount. It was really wonderful.
Chris Stoll finished his Pedal with a Purpose bike campaign on June 6th. He has since returned to New York City to continue his career in theater and the performing arts. For ABC 50 Now here in Watertown, I'm Isabella Colello. For more local news, go to informnny.com or download the ABC 50 mobile app.